I'm going to say the thing that everybody else is thinking.
Breaking news from an Iran protest happening right now in West LA. Air 7 was overhead right when a large crowd got going after someone into a U-Haul. Now, to put some context to this entire situation, there was a planned protest for 2 o'clock this afternoon outside the federal building in Westwood. That protest was called anti-Iranian regime rally. Well, about 3:30 this afternoon, just as Air 7 flew over this protest to kind of get eyes on what was happening, this is what happened. That U-Haul drove through a very large crowd of protesters. It's difficult to tell how many people. We are told by LAPD nobody was injured in this, but you can see this quickly became a very, very tense situation. There was a driver inside that U-Haul. You can see him interacting with protesters who are jabbing flagpoles and all sorts of objects through the window at him. What you cannot see in this video, on the other side of that U-Haul, there are Iranian signs that have some sort of message written on them. Whatever was going on in this crowd, people were unhappy, perhaps also scared, because there was a U-Haul truck driving through this massive crowd of people. As you can imagine, this created quite a scene. We're going to let this video play out for you. This was just about 3 o'clock this afternoon.
So there's an anti-Iranian regime protest in West LA. Everybody's going against the anti-Iranian regime in Iran because of their Muslim state. I respect it. I understand it. I see why you're doing it. But why does these protests have to happen in LA? I'm going to say the thing that everybody else is thinking. Why do we have to have these protests about Iran, about these other countries that have nothing to do with America? Why do they have to be in America? Why do we have this in LA? What is the purpose of having these Iranian protests in LA, causing chaos and confusion and keeping LA unsafe with these protests? So they're upset because it looked like a U-Haul drove in them. But what I see is U-Haul's in the street. Why are the people in the street? We have to have rules on rallies, protests, and all of that. Are you in support of Iran regime right now? No, I'm not really keen to know about it. I'm more worried about American affairs. But I look at it like this. If you're going to protest, stay out the street. If you're protesting and you're in the way of cars, U-Haul trucks, whatever, that's a problem. I just don't, for me, common sense person, if I have an issue with Iran and their regime, there's nothing wrong with having a peaceful rally on the sidewalks where you're not blocking people from driving in the street. Like I said, not everybody's going to like my take.